right, we're here at our CYO at Home Workout, and today we're going to work on our mental well-being as opposed to our physical well-being, which we've been doing a lot of with our workouts inside, outside, and all the different formats that we have. And one of the things that I did want to focus on is just kind of daily mindfulness that's going to help us with that mental state, especially while we're, at home and self-quarantined. And sometimes, we try to keep those workouts going so that we stay active and healthy, and that kind of helps our thinking as well. It gives us a different outlook on the day. But at the same time, I think it's important to kind of work on your mental well-being as a daily reminder every day, especially when we see the news of things that are going on, not only here in New York or in the United States, but just all over the world. It can be very depressing, and I think it's just important to kind of focus on things that are positive in our lives. So there's a technique that I like to use, which is called the 5-minute journal. And really what's great about it is it literally takes 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. And it kind of just gives us time to reflect on things that we should be grateful for. So for instance, in the morning, there's 3 prompts. And basically these 3 prompts are the same every day. And you just fill in answers for these 3 prompts. So for the first one, it says, I am grateful for. All right. And then you can have 2 or 3 things that you list there. And just so that it doesn't become kind of like mundane and you keep saying the same thing, where you're thankful for, we're obviously all thankful for our family, our dog, things like that, food that we have on the table. But the other things that we can be thankful for are, think of things outside the box, like the opportunity to talk to a family member that we are not able to visit. So if you're able to FaceTime somebody or Zoom somebody, and we're just kind of grateful for the fact that we have that opportunity to be able to talk to them and make sure that they're okay. So think outside the box in terms of what you would be grateful for, because after a while it may just seem like you're writing the same stuff over and over again, but it really makes us kind of reflect and think of other things that maybe we don't normally think of. The second thing would be, what would make today great? So I always like to think that setting goals for ourselves every day when we first wake up in the morning is something that's important. We're in this kind of mode now where we kind of wake up and we're home and, we're doing our online classes, but it's different than our routine than what we used to have when we were going to school or going to work. So when we come out of that routine, I'm sure it's been an adjustment for everybody, but thinking about what would make today great so that we're focusing ahead of time on things that we can do to kind of alter our day, so that it's not just, we don't feel like we're doing the same thing over and over again. What can I do to kind of make something different? Maybe I'll go, take my online class outside if the weather's nice, so that way I'm feeling the sun on my skin, as opposed to just, kind of cooped up in my room and not feeling like I've been outside or, been able to enjoy the outdoors. So think about things like that, in terms of what you can make better for today. And then the last thing would be just a daily affirmation. Something about how, I am blank. And again, it could be 1 or 2 things, I am, you can say, it could be something like, I am loved, knowing that you've got family members that are around you that are, healthy. You've got friends that you still communicate, even though we can't see each other. You guys are still able to communicate by text or online through social media. So, the little things like that we can be, grateful for, like that first prompt, but also just in terms of daily affirmations, think about what you want to say positive about yourself, and that's a great way to start the day. All right, and then at night, it's just really basic. It's going to take another 5 minutes, and it's only 2 prompts, and, you're going to you're going to reflect on the day that you just had, and you're going to list 3 things that happened that were amazing that happened to you that day. All right. So I know sometimes it seems like it could be hard, but think about the little things sometimes. I know yesterday, after it was a big rainstorm, I saw, a rainbow. And, normally, you see a rainbow, no big deal. We all look at it, it's great. But when we're in this kind of like, social distancing and we're self-quarantined at home, it can be hard to find those positive things to look at every day. So sometimes those simplest things can make us smile, and it's great to kind of focus on those things. So if I saw a rainbow, I think that's an amazing thing that happened today. It's kind of that beautiful thing after that storm that we had with all that rain. If I see a cloud, outside, the sun coming out. So think about those things, or it could be something more something more concrete in terms of, maybe you got one of your online assignments back and you did really great on that. All right, so think about 3 things that you can list that really happened to you that were amazing that day. And the last thing could be is just about how could I have made today better? So, we talked about trying to preface our day by saying, what am I going to do today to make it great? And then you look back on that day and say, what could I have done to make it better, so that the next day, maybe that's something that we focus on. Maybe I want to spend more time reading as opposed to spending too much time on my phone or on the computer. All right, so think about things like that. And, just take those 5 minutes every day. I think it goes a long way towards our mental well-being, which I think goes hand in hand with our physical well-being. So, like I said, I've been drilling into you guys a lot of the workouts. We've been trying to stay active and healthy, and I know that affects my mood and my outlook on the day when I work out and I get that done. It's one of the first things I used to do in the morning. But one of the things I always do when I first wake up is just taking an account of what I want to do for the day and what I want to get done, and setting goals for myself. So I think doing this 5-minute journal is something that I hope you guys would find beneficial. You can kind of make it your own. You can change up some of the prompts, but I think it helps us focus on some of the positives amidst all the stuff that's going on today. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different kind of CYO at home workout video today, where we're focusing on our mental well-being. Keep doing those workouts, keep following us on YouTube, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.